Yo, what is going on, guys? Wolves here. Welcome back to the Splatoon 2 video. So, today, we're going to be talking about, just as the title says, why Splatoon 2 will not be the last of its series. I really don't want to make this video because, obviously, people don't want Splatoon 2 to just be dead. You know, they don't want TV. I mean, it's not dead, but we're dead in a second. But, like, people just want it to keep going, keep living on. It's a good series. So, first, we're going to see, is Splatoon actually dead? You know, it's kind of a big question here. There's actually still another update coming in April, I'm pretty sure. So and I look forward to that. Hopefully brings something spicy. It might not. It's probably just gonna be balance changes, but no one really knows. You can still find easy matches, you know, like pretty quick. It's not like you can't really find matches like hard or anything, or because you still can. Like, it's pretty speedy. Turf Wars, all that, League, all the above. It's not like you're getting timed out half the time and have to rejoin and all that. I feel like that's kind of like the same thing with Splatoon 1, where you definitely would get timed out if you're trying to play ranked matches and stuff, because people wouldn't play them anymore and they would just hack. And that's also kind of like another thing. Like, people are hacking the game, then the company doesn't give two shits about it anymore. Like, if they're done, they're like, okay, whatever, this thing can just be off, you know, we'll just throw it in the backyard. There's still a Nintendo app, like, it's still a thing. Like, they're still supporting that too. You know, I don't know what they're still doing with it, if they're still gonna do stuff. I don't really know. I mean, if they're stopping Splatoon 2, then it's kind of you know, like, it didn't really do much. I know that. Has your guys' membership run out? Because mine has not. So also, you can kind of look at like the cycle of the game and like why it almost feels like it can't ever end, you know? So like, basically, you start off with the game, you know, we can just go in this from Splatoon 1, alright? Then boom, you get updates, patch notes, then you get weapons, patch notes, updates, all that stuff. And you get this, then you get like a Splatfest, more stuff, more updates, more patches, more weapons, more all the above, more Splatfest. It just keeps, you know, going until kind of the end. It starts to slow down, less weapons and all that. And then eventually you kind of get to the end. This is where we're still talking in the first game. Then you kind of get the end. You get the Callie and Marie Splatfest, and you're like, okay, obviously you didn't really think I was gonna do anything, but you're like, all right, it's still like they're obviously gonna make another game. And they did, but that, like, they started working on that when they started the first game, or when that got released. Like, they started working on the second game. That was, I don't know, a couple years, 3 years, I don't know exactly. So they kept working on that. But then it was like that Splatfest, it didn't really lead into anything. So like, it wasn't really like a big event or anything. It wasn't like, oh man, like a celebration, you know, like Jump Up Superstar from Mario Odyssey. It didn't really leave any like lasting effects. It was just like, okay, that was just another Splatfest, now we're done, what's next? So then it's like, obviously what's next? So then you go to the next game, and basically everything happens again. Change some story eventually, you know, we're going down the line, get more weapons, more updates, patch notes, DLC, that's pretty hype. You know, we got Salmon Run, different game modes like Clams, which was nice, that was pretty good. More updates, patch notes, all the above. And then you get the final Splatfest after everything, Chaos vs. Order, and then kind of like the same thing as the first game. Like, it's just like you're playing and then you're done. Like, nothing happens, there's no event, there's nothing. So it's like, either Nintendo was just stupid, or they're cheesing everyone, and everyone is going to be like, oh my god, we never saw this coming. Because it's just like, they can't end it here, you know? It's like, it doesn't feel like an ending to a game for like the second ending now. Like the second game, that way that ended, that felt like it would lead to another game more than the first one did. I mean, like, obviously I think the first one did because that was like the whole basis for the story first. Oh my god, I can't speak. That was the basis for single player, but obviously no one cares about single player, so it's just like, okay, well, whatever. Just feel like, especially Chaos would make sense with just a lot more stuff, you know, makes it, obviously pun intended here, chaotic, and makes the game a new game better. I feel like just other games have done this, you know, they just make their endings really good so the community is kind of satisfied. You get that nice peak ending, like, you know, TV shows gonna do it, you know, like, you get that nice season finale, wraps everything up, and you're like, alright, I'm content, you know, it wasn't stretched out, wasn't crappy. Okay, you might say the same thing with this, like, oh, it's just crappy, but it's like, it's a game, dude. And there's a lot other games that just haven't, or they have just had so many, like Mortal Kombat. There's like, I don't know, like 10, 15 of those. The 2K games, like literally, it's just the same game over again with different people. Like it's the same thing. And this would only technically be the third, maybe fourth thing if you're counting the DLC. But it's just like, there's so much more to do. And from like a money standpoint, like I just feel that like they can't do it. Like it's a new IP and they need this. Like I mean, they don't need it, but it's like they spent, I feel like they spent so long working on the games, and they're just like, no, we're done. Like I know they're kind of burnt out from Smash and all that, and they've been working on Animal Crossing, but it's like, dude, like is really successful. Like almost like was it billion or million? I think it was 8 million. Take it easy, not billion. Take it easy, bro. 8 million copies. I'm high, bro. 8 billion. What the fuck am I thinking? 8 million copies, I think. 8 or 7 million, something like that. I don't know. But it was like a lot, and you're just like, why would you stop? Like, you made a lot of money. Are you dumb? No, you're not. I mean, maybe you are, but I don't know. And also, like, if you're thinking DLC, I mean, they could make another DLC, but that would just kind of be like, I mean, obviously, I would rather have them do something than nothing. So, I mean, DLC, maybe, you know, kind of like Breath of the Wild. But then there's some Breath of the Wild 2, you know, like, that's coming out. It's probably not going to be called that, but if you're looking at, like, previous DLC stuff, like, it's kind of like, it could be good, because sometimes they, like, listen to the community. An example of this is kind of like Smash, where you had, like, people wanted Ridley, so they put Ridley in, but then at other times, it's like, nobody wanted more Fire Emblem characters, and they're like, oh, they put more Fire Emblem characters. Byleth, they just keep throwing, like they kind of do listen to the community, but like again, that Byleth was actually a very good money standpoint, because people actually bought Fire Emblem, I think 3 houses. People actually bought that because they're like, ooh, Byleth. So yeah, so they're smart, they're not stupid, they know what they're doing, so they're probably gonna do something. It's just how long is it gonna be, you know? It might be like kind of like how, if you think about how Smash 4 to Smash 5, like that was a very long process, I think, probably because they're working on this stuff, and I feel like Smash 5 is gonna be it. Okay, that's probably a video for another day, but just because there's just so much stuff that got going on with that game. But we're talking about Splatoon, so let's just get back to this. But they do have a lot of stuff for Splatoon 2, and they haven't really, I feel like they could do way more. And if I'm wrong, then they kind of just play themselves. Like, they missed out on so many opportunities, and it's just like, why? I mean, maybe because they think it's dead, you know, including the first one, which I definitely think the first one is dying. April update, I think it's April. I hope it's April, and I'm not playing myself. Maybe it might be groundbreaking and super spicy, okay? Or maybe it's not. I have no idea. But maybe they're lying, and, you know, like, remember, they said that, oh, there's nothing going, but maybe they're lying, and there's something huge in the background no one ever saw. You know, they pulled a forge from Apex, you know, a Lickle 180, and I just feel like there's just so much out there. Also gonna do a video of this on the future, but there's this thing, just look it up, it's called Splatoon 3 project. It has so much stuff, there's like weapons, and there's literally everything. Like, they literally made the game for Splatoon 3. Like, they spent like a year on it. It's insane. It's called Project Splatoon 3. I'll make a video next week on it, but it's just like, it's insane, actually. If you guys liked it, make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more stuff in the future, and as always, I'll see you guys somewhere else, okay? Peace!